The next target of the evil spirit is a celebrity. Xiangying can resist temptation, but at 3:21, she does this off in her chair. The next second, caught by the evil spirit, she dials 911 and sets her bookshelf on fire. By the time Xiangying wakes up from the smoke, it's too late. Even if she gives it her all to grab the fire extinguisher, she still won't make it in time for the rescue. Just as she's about to lose consciousness, the fire brigade bursts in like heroes. Old Professor Lian is trampled on, but luckily dawn breaks. Xiangying tells them of the evil spirit's arson, but what she never expected was, just as she takes a seat, it suddenly starts to rain outside. That's right, without the sun, the evil spirit can break free and wreak havoc. Next second, Xiangying sees through the evil spirit's eyes, nervously glancing down but finding the shadow vanished. She hurriedly tries to peek at its perspective, only to see an intersection where Professor Lian is currently riding the subway. So the evil spirit's first target is not Professor Lian. Not on this morning, Professor Lian seeks the 5th item to vanquish the evil spirit, while the young cop is at Xiangying's school checking her name spelling. She's waiting for the green light. The young man is about to open the door when he sees Xiangying's expression. It instantly reminds him of the night the old cop got killed, and he quickly realizes the person in front of him is the evil spirit. His hand on the door starts to retreat, and just then the light turns green. She can only muster her courage and head forward, her voice still chattering. Time flies, and all of a sudden the knocking stops. While on the subway, Professor Lian hears a knock that makes him jump. Cautiously peeking out the window, she meets the fierce gaze of the evil spirit, just as the subway pulls into the station and the doors are about to open. With no time to think, she quickly dashes into the next car and slams shut 2 doors. But when she looks up, it's clear this evil spirit is. Just then, a guy suddenly swings open the first door, and the evil spirit vanishes. Turns out, at that critical moment, Xiangying finally made it. She locks the door and hangs up Xiangying, and the most dangerous moment passes at last. The next steps go smoothly as Professor Lian lends a hand. Professor Lian easily gets the last item, the glass fiber blanket, while the young cop finds Xiangying's file. The two are grouped like a dynamic duo. Even if the evil spirit attacks now, they can help each other. To be safe, Professor Lian gives the blanket to Xiangying. Halfway down the road, they suddenly get a call from Xiangying letting them know that the evil spirit just popped into her head. She told the insurers about the death policy for her mom, but her mom's phone kept ringing. In a panic, Xiangying rushed out of her study. She falls into the evil spirit's trap, leaving a red mark on her mom's wrist. She never locks the door. Fortunately, Xiangying's best friend is there. Though she's not as strong as the evil spirit, she holds her ground. To stop the spirit's attack, Xiangying smashes a vase on the floor. She picks up the glass and aims it at her neck. It turns out, Xiangying really put her chips in the right place. By the time Professor Lian and the young cop arrive, her mom's in a coma but just a bit banged up, whereas Xiangying willingly gives her body over to the evil spirit. Now missing, Professor Lian and the young cop seek the evil spirit's remains. Only her sister's body was found, the rest remains missing. Professor Lian suspects the evil spirit's former vessel wouldn't be discarded. It must still be hidden where the magic was cast, behind his house. Meanwhile, Xiangying, possessed, arrives before Professor Lian's grandma, as the past deal was to conceal the evil spirit for shared spoils. Grandma reveals the evil spirit's identity, ending her life. Meanwhile, the young man finds a hidden compartment under the warehouse floor, thrilled. As the two prepare to take a closer look, Xiangying calls in, saying the evil spirit finally showed its ugly face. But what's odd is, the evil spirit shows no bitterness about facing its doom. Instead, it pleads with her for a favor. You know it's all a trap, considering how the evil spirit has been using them to fetch 5 items. The glass fiber blanket is only half intact, the other half might relate to the body. But even with logical deductions, the evil spirit has found the other half. It even picks it up with a handkerchief, and in that very moment, Xiangying's call drops because she's been possessed again. Just like that, she went full on fairy tale mode, but after passing a pillar, she suddenly looks normal again. To further confuse everyone, the evil spirit heads straight to her mom's coffee shop. On entering, she hugs her mom, where it's filled with affection, but mom senses something's off. Then, Professor Lian and the young cop arrive. As soon as Professor Lian steps out of the car, he notices Xiangying's shadow is normal again. But we know the evil spirit has always been lurking there. Hearing their cryptic conversation, the young cop gets the hint and pulls out the blanket to hand to Xiangying, noticing she's using her right hand. After all, the evil spirit's left-handedness is well known, so she'd be on guard. But returning the blanket, Professor Lian sees she's still bleeding. Normal people wouldn't ignore a wound, especially Xiangying, a girl. Even if Professor Lian doubts it, she can't show weakness. He immediately escorts the mother and daughter home, then heads straight to a building site where a con artist once met his maker, the very first life the evil spirit claimed when it attached itself to Xiangying. She quickly dismantles the vent fan and places the charm stones inside, sealing away the first item with a piece of paper. What she didn't see coming, though, was, just as she seals it, Xiangying and the illusion notices another charm stone appear on her bed. She's about to check it out when, who knows that, in the very next second, Xiangying miraculously narrowly escapes disaster. But Professor Lian doesn't stop sealing away items. She rushes to Xiangying's grandmother's house and heads to the room where her grandma was killed, placing the second item, a black string, on the rafters. She seals the second item. Meanwhile, in the illusion, Xiangying is choked by the black string. Professor Lian returns to Xiangying's father's murder room, placing a glass bottle on the beam. As she burns paper, Xiangying's mother bursts in. She even manages to injure Professor Lian in the process. Turns out, Mom had noticed something was off with her daughter long ago. Not just because photos were cleared, but also due to the full breakfast table. Xiangying can't cook, which made Mom realize her daughter was gone. It's because the evil spirit let slip her future desires. Right back when Xiangying's father was possessed. She witnessed that moon painting, a piece of art she's never learned to create, full of dreams and wishes. It becomes clear that the evil spirit can't keep its facade any longer. The evil spirit reveals itself, saying Xiangying is trapped in the mirror. To save her daughter, someone must die. Hearing this, Professor Lian's hair stands on end.